This is Abhishek Ammu, and I'll be your course lecturer for this particular course on the embedded systems. This is just an introduction lecture video which gives you the overview of what we're going to do in this particular course. And here is the overview of this particular course. That is Introduction to an Embedded System. Then we'll understand the software architecture. Then we'll understand the real-time operating systems, inter-task communication, the design issues of the real-time operating system, and embedded software development and debugging techniques. Finally, introduction to IoT, Internet of Things. I'll just introduce you the definition of an embedded system, what is inside an embedded system, and the architecture of embedded system, the applications, the advantages and disadvantages in this particular course video. What is an embedded system? Let's first understand the definition of a system. In general, system is an arrangement of multiple components, right? So every component, all components work together based on some specifically defined rules. So this way of functioning or working together helps them in performing tasks in a fixed or a planned manner. So putting all these words together, I can make up the definition of a system. A system is an arrangement of individual components work together based on some specifically defined rules. So this helps them in performing tasks in an organized or a planned manner or a fixed manner. Now let's add this word system to the word embedded. In layman terms, embedded means something that is attached to another thing. That doesn't make any sense, right? Now I'll explain you the entire word embedded system. Simply, I can say it is the combination of computer software and hardware. That's it. But we computer science students, we need to understand the technical definition of it. That is, it is defined as microprocessor based system that does not look like a computer. Don't worry even if you don't know what a microprocessor is or what a microcontroller is. I'll introduce all these key terms with their definitions in our first lecture video, that is Introduction to an Embedded System. So now let me give you a brief outlook of what is inside an embedded system. So every embedded system has got some hardware which is built around the central processing unit. So I told embedded system is combination of computer software and hardware. So this software needs to be residing somewhere, right? So where does it reside? So the hardware has got some memory chips, and onto these memory chips the software is loaded. So the software residing on these memory chips is called the firmware. So there we got one definition. The software residing on the memory chips is called the firmware. Okay, say for example, I'm just showing you the architecture of an embedded system. You got three different terms. One is the hardware, the operating system, the application software. Just looking at this diagram, I'll just narrate you three lines. I just say the operating system runs over the hardware, the application software runs over the operating system. What do I mean by running over this particular point, running over this particular point? Don't worry, just remember this diagram and I'll talk in detail about this architecture of embedded system in our first lecture video. And in fact, one good key point regarding embedded system is embedded system can either be an independent system or it can be a part of large system. Just remember this point. It can either be an embedded system or an embedded system can either be an independent system or it can be a part of large system. So by this we can understand it is not mandatory to have an operating system in every embedded system. That's the reason I stated that an embedded system is an independent system. It can be an independent system or a part of large system. Like now let's just understand some of the advantages and disadvantages of an embedded system. It is easy to design. The design time is very low and the cost is also low. The most important feature or the most important advantage is programmability. That is, to improve your system, all you need to do is if you change the program, that's sufficient. You don't need to change that particular hardware. A very good example for this is the mobile phone, because every time we get a new update, we just download the update and we install it. We don't change our phone, we don't change our hardware every time, right? We just only update it. So that refers to programmability, a very good and very important feature or very important advantage of an embedded system. And downside to this, there are some disadvantages as well. Embedded systems perform only specific tasks. They are designed to perform only a particular tasks, and we have in fact a very limited resource, which is one of the disadvantage of an embedded system. And the space complexity, they don't have secondary storage device, and we need designers, debuggers, compilers, etc., etc., etc. So I'd like to conclude this by telling you some applications of embedded systems: rash driving, traffic control signal system, vehicle tracking, auto intensity control, home automation system. Don't worry, each of these examples or many more examples I'll explain you in our first lecture video, that is Introduction to an Embedded System, with a good diagrammatical reference, so that it gives you a very good and clear understanding. So that's it for this particular course. I'll see you in the next course lecture. Thank you so much.